Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to work on our tools paper. Remember, we were talking about and we learned about firefighter tools. We also learned about doctor tools. We are going to be doing the next part on the top, the next part of our paper for tools. Let's go over, though, what we've done so far. And I just want you to watch. You don't have to get yours yet. I just want you to watch. So, we have done all the colors. We have our main, what is the blue? Main topic. Can you say main topic? And then the red is what? The point that the sentence is trying to teach us, or the point that the author is trying to teach us, because the author writes the words. So let's look here. The main topic is either person, place, animal, or thing. For our first sentence, it says, firefighters use tools to keep people safe. Who or what is this talking about that's doing something? Is a person or people doing something here? Firefighters use tools to keep people safe. Yes, the firefighters, they're people. And what are they doing? They're using tools to keep people safe. This is the point that the author is trying to make, that firefighters, they use tools. And what are they using the tools for? To keep people safe. Topic, and then this is the point. What is the topic down here? Do you remember? Person, place, animal, or thing. Who or what is doing something here? Doctors. Doctors, well, what do? They use tools to keep people healthy. So the main topic, is doctors. And what are they doing? Well, they're using tools to keep people healthy. That's the point the author's trying to make. The point is that doctors, well, they're using tools to keep people healthy. That's really important, isn't it? Yeah. So, wow. And then we have details to prove, and even this one's a detail. We have details to prove that this is true. And what were the details? What did we use to prove that firefighters really do have tools that keep people safe? They use them. Well, we said fire hose. That's something we learned from the story. Fire hose, they use that. That's how they put the fire out. Water comes out. And then a ladder. Hey, that's a tool they use to keep people safe. They climb to get to high places to save people, like up in a window of a building. And then I know that everybody had different answers for your elaboration. Can you say elaboration? Elaboration is a special detail because it came from where? Where did this elaboration come from? Did I just tell you to use it? Did I tell you to draw this? No, it was your idea. It's something that you remembered. Well, this one is what I remembered. I remembered the axe, but some of you remembered the flashlight. That's your elaboration, but these are all details that prove this is true. So, hey, this is our first main idea. And I'm going to just say MI for short because that's a really long word. So right here, right there, that's our first main idea. And then this down here, doctors use tools to keep people healthy. Well, what details did we put here to prove that doctors use tools to keep people healthy? Well, they use a stethoscope. That is a tool they use to keep people healthy. Hey, it's true. They really do use that tool. They use bandages. We learned in the book that we read that they use bandages to keep people healthy. It covers wounds so you don't get any dirt inside of them and it can't get infected. And then this is a very special detail called your elaboration. And I remembered the syringe. You remembered something different. All right, so this is our, hey, main idea 1, main idea 2. That's our second main idea. This is a short way of saying main idea because main idea starts with an I. All right, so right there, that is our second main idea. Oh, let me just back this up. I'm going to back these up a little bit. They're a little too close. First, M, I, and I'm going to put an arrow. And second, M, I, and an arrow. Okay, so we have two main ideas. There's details to prove that we're not lying. We really did prove that that's true. So now what we need to do is we need to make this part right here. This is the part we're going to be making today. This is going to introduce what we're going to be talking about here. So for instance, if maybe, your grandma came over and she wants to know, well, what are you doing here? What is this? We need to tell her what we're going to be talking about. So we need to come up with a controlling idea. I should call it C and D, but I'm going to write it all out. We're going to come up with our controlling idea, which is going to be the top part. Let me separate these. Controlling idea, which is going to introduce everything that we're going to be talking about with firefighters and doctors. So, what I want to know from you is, what are we talking about here? Let's look at our main topics. Firefighters and doctors. Well, firefighters and doctors are what? Are they people, places, animals, or things? They're people, right? Firefighters and doctors are people. Your dog can't be a firefighter or a doctor. Have you ever seen a doctor dog? I don't think so. So what I want you to do is you're going to go get your paper, and it should already look like this on your big construction paper that we glued together. I want you to go get this, and we're going to do this together. Press pause, and then come back. I want you to make sure you have your glue, scissors, you also need your crayons. You need this paper that your parents should have printed for you. Press pause and come back when you're ready. Okay, so what we're going to do now that you're ready is we're going to cut this paper. Do you see this big dotted line right here? There's a lot of dotted lines, but do you see this big one? I want you to go ahead and cut this. This is called cutting the paper in half because we're cutting down the middle. And remember, if I go too quickly, you can always press pause. Now, you're going to glue this to the top of your paper right here. Oh, I need to trim it a little bit. I'm going to trim right up here and get rid of this white part. You can do that too if your paper is not big enough. Just make sure not to cut off the lines. Make sure you're doing this with me. All right, that's much better. That fits much better. Okay, so we're going to be writing our controlling idea to introduce this paper to whoever comes over to your house and sees it. All right, so we're talking about people here. So I think what we need to do is we need to write right here that we're talking about people. So I want you to use your pencil, but I'm going to use a marker so you guys can see it better. And remember, when we start a sentence, what's the special letter that we start with? It's a special uppercase letter called a capital letter. So capital P, which is an uppercase P. And I'll get close so you guys can see this. Make sure you're doing this with me. People. And then, go ahead, you can pause this if you need to catch up. All right, Now we're going to need to put something after our word. What's that special thing that comes after our word? It's called a space. Somebody took my popsicle stick. Who took my popsicle stick? Did you? I don't know where that went, so I'm going to have to improvise. Now, it's not really good to use something that rolls, but it's all I have. So people, we're going to use our little bridge space. We're going to walk our pencil over the bridge. And now we're going to write the next word. Well, what do people do? What are these firefighters and these doctors doing? Oh, look, they're using something. Well, what are they both using? Hey, look, they're both using, you tell me. They're both using tools. So people use So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time. And then press play when you're ready. And then we're going to use our bridge space again. And we're going to walk over, making a space. People use tools and don't forget, you can press pause if you need more time to catch up. So, people use tools. Well, why do they use tools? Do they both use tools for the same reason? Firefighters use tools to keep people safe. And doctors use tools to keep people healthy. So, how many different ways do people use tools that we have here on our paper? They use tools to keep people safe. That's one. And then they use tools to keep people healthy. That's two. So, hey, people use tools for two reasons, right? People use tools for two reasons: to keep people safe and to keep people healthy. Hey, tools are a pretty cool thing, aren't they? They really do help. So people use tools. I still have a little bit of room. If you don't write on the table or you'll get in trouble. Go to the next row, or what we call the next line, because it is the next line. People use tools. Let's say for okay, and then we're going to go to the next line because I don't have enough room. People. Now, do we need another space before we start writing our next word? No, we don't need another space there. We just start right away at the beginning of the line. People use tools for two okay, and then we said for two reasons, right? These are two different reasons why people use tools. Climbing over the bridge for two reasons. This is a tricky word. Press pause if you need more time. So people use tools for two different reasons. Hey, wait a minute, I'm forgetting something. Uh-oh, what did I forget? Do you remember? What did I forget? I don't think I'm done here. Oh, the period. Did you remember that? Make sure you have the period. We should have an uppercase letter. We should have spaces. Do you have spaces? Do you have an uppercase letter? And we should have a period. Did you make sure to put a period? So now, when your grandma or maybe your uncle or maybe your friend comes over to your house and they see this whole poster that you made, They're going to say, hey, what's that all about? And this part, this controlling idea, can you say controlling idea? The controlling idea is going to introduce what this is all about. So, hey, uncle, or hey, grandma, well, people use tools for 2 reasons. And then you can tell them what the reasons are, like we've been learning. Now they understand. Before we go, we just need to do our colors. Let's see. Hey, which one is going to be our main topic? We need to get our blue. What's going to be the main topic? Person, place, animal, or thing. Who's doing something here, or what's doing something here? People use tools for 2 reasons. Well, of course, the people are doing something. The people are doing what? They're using tools. So people is going to be your main topic. Go ahead, I want you to underline people with blue. People, and what are they doing in our sentence? People, well, they are using something. They're using tools for 2 reasons. So we have our topic. Can you say main topic? And then we have the point that the sentence is trying to tell us, or the author who wrote these words, which is me, is trying to tell us. People, what do? They use tools for 2 reasons. So make sure you do your topic and your point. Can you say point? And that makes our whole controlling idea. It's just like a main idea, but it's the most important because it's at the top and it introduces or tells us what we're going to be looking at here. Go ahead, I want you guys to do that, and then I want your parents to take a picture and upload it to your private channel. I'll see you guys soon. You did a great job.